It's Patriots week, baby. Come on! There it is. Football is back, baby. What's going on, everybody? Sunday night football, Miami Dolphins versus the New England Patriots. Let's talk about it. So just briefly looking back at last week's performances for each team, Miami's offense against the Chargers looked dominant in the 36-34 win. Fantastic game all around there for their offense. However, the defense, I wanted a Vic Fangio masterclass. I didn't get it. Gonna need something like that this week, Vic. It's going to be very important that we fix whatever that run defense was. Christian Wilkins, you cost yourself some money, buddy. Time to earn it back. Let's go. Patriots last week. Honestly, if there was any moral victories last week, it was the New England Patriots. The Eagles went up 16-0 on them really early. Would have been very easy and very understandable for the Patriots to just put their tail between their legs and let the beating commence, take it, and move along, but they didn't. They fought back. Honestly, for most of the game, they look like the better team than the Eagles. Now, we do now know the Eagles just won Thursday night, but a couple of days ago, and they also really didn't look that great. So, I don't know, maybe the Eagles just aren't as awesome as we thought they were, or as good as they were last year, but that's still a tough game for the Patriots, and they played really well. So, again, there aren't any moral victories. They don't count towards playoffs, but if there are, that was one for sure. But let's dive right into this game. Last time these two teams played was last year. It was Teddy Bridgewater coming in. Ugly, ugly game for the Dolphins. I thought that was the end of our season, honestly. I was really depressed about that. Missed Tua. But week one last year when we had Tua, we handled business 20-7. So split with them last year. We'll see what happens this year. But yeah, not a whole lot. We play them twice every single year. It is what it is. It's Bill Belichick. It's the New England Patriots, guys. X factors for this game. For New England on offense, it's going to be Ramondre Stevenson. Kind of quiet in their game against Philly. Philly does have a ferocious front line defensively, so that's tough. And the Dolphins' rush defense last week got absolutely murdered. 234 rushing yards for the Chargers against us. Cannot have that. Got to fix that immediately, and we'll talk more about that later. For Miami, yes, it'd be easy. Again, it'd be easy for me to say, Tua. Tyreek Hill, best receiver in the league. I said it. But if Bill Belichick can do anything, he can take away what you want to do. So then we need number 2, Jalen Waddle. I need him to have a huge game for Miami to win this one. He needs to have a Tyreek Hill type of game because they're going to bracket Tyreek Hill. Yeah, you still can't really shut him down. Tyreek will get his. But in order for them to respect our pass game, we've got to hit Waddle a few times, and I think Waddle's the next factor in this one. If Waddle can go off, then we're in good shape. Defensively, with the unfortunate news of Jalen Phillips being questionable, I still don't know as of right now whether or not he's going to be able to go. I need to see something from Bradley Chubb, man. Paid him a lot of money, gave up good draft capital for him, and I'm starting to think, man, I would have maybe rather gotten Roquan Smith and paid Roquan Smith for the middle of our defense. That'd be something fun. Bradley Chubb, shut me up. Shut all of us up. We need you to go out and ball. The Patriots' offensive line is banged up. All 5 of them at one point this week were on the injury list. So they may all start. They may have their starting 5 offensive linemen. It doesn't matter. They were all hurt this week. So let's take advantage of that. Bradley Chubb, if he can have a big game this week, would be huge for the defense. And then for the Patriots, I'm going same position. Matthew Judon. He's going to be an X factor on that defense for sure. If Austin Jackson and Kendall Long looked really, really good last week against Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack. Judon and Uche are both really good edge rushers as well. So I need, hopefully for the Dolphins' sake, that we continue this path and this form of good offensive line play. But Matthew Judon can be an X factor. He can be a gang wrecker. So can't let that happen. Let's go ahead and hop into our 5 keys to a Miami Dolphins victory. Number 1, first and foremost, protect number 1. Protect Tua. Last week, no sacks. Came away with a relatively clean jersey, man. You absolutely love to see that. He had time in the pocket to go through his progressions and to find the open receiver, and our passing game was clicking. You can't throw for 466 passing yards without good protection. And it's not like we had a good run game, so it's not like we were killing them with the run and they were bringing everything up. No, he just had all day in the pocket. And if you give Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and all these guys time to find space, they're going to find it and they're going to catch it and they're going to torch you. So a clean game last week, needed again this week. Number 2, and this one's obvious, and I can use this one every single week. I'm going to use it this week. No mistakes. Got to clean up the snaps between Connor Williams and Tua. Cannot have those fumbles, especially within the 5-yard line. I was devastated when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's not great. And then, of course, the Chargers went right down and scored. Cannot have that. Got to play clean. We play clean tonight. I'm recording this Sunday morning. We play clean, we win this game. We're the better roster. Whoever does not make the mistakes wins this game. Please, no mistakes. Just let's figure it out. No jump balls in the end zone. I didn't love to see that. Yes, it was a defensive pass interference, whatever. Let's not turn it over. Let's play smart. Number 3, also a key last week that we didn't do, but still came away with the win, but it would have been probably easier if we did. Please run the ball. What are we doing? Mostert averaged just about 4 yards a carry last week, broke a couple of good ones. We just threw the ball 45 times. We got to have a more balanced offense. I mean, McDaniel and the Dolphins were talking about this run game all offseason, and then we didn't see anything this week. So I'm hoping Devon Achane plays. We've got Mostert. We've got Salvon Ahmed. We've got Chris Brooks. Let's use these guys. Let's run the ball. Let's dominate up front. That is the key. Dominate in the trenches. Run the damn ball. Thank you. Number 4, sack Mac. We need to get after Mac Jones today. You know, you saw last week when Herbert had time, he was able to dice us up. But when we finally dialed up some pressure at the end of the game, we got home, sacked him twice. He got 3 sacks in the day. Every time we dialed up pressure, they weren't expecting it, which I love that from Fangio. It's a nice difference as opposed to Boyer's defense last year where it was 0 blitz, 0 blitz, 0 blitz, and you were going to get blitzed on 60% of your dropbacks. Now it's more rare, and he's blitzing at right times, which I love to see from Vic because it's different. But let's get home. Again, banged up offensive line for them. We've got to get pressure on him, make him uncomfortable. They don't have any elite separators on this offense. Juju is, their 5th receiver they're saying right now. Kendrick Bourne had a pretty good week last week, but Devontae Parker's injured and injury-prone, of course. Gesicki can't separate, and he telegraphs the play. Hunter Henry will be a big matchup. I need to see some David Long Jr. this week. I needed it last week and didn't get it. Let's see some coverage against these tight ends and try and slow them down. But when Herbert was uncomfortable, he wasn't nearly as good. Let's go get Mac. He's not mobile. He's not this mobile guy. Go get him. And then number 5, and this one is probably at the forefront of all Miami Dolphins fans' brain. We got to fix this run defense, man. If one team is going to, if the Chargers are going to run on us like that, the Patriots are going to be able to also. And they didn't run great against Philly last weekend, so they're going to try to rectify that, especially against our defensive front. Can't have that. Got to shut them down. Got to keep them below 4 yards a carry. Make Mac Jones beat us. He threw it 54 times last weekend. There's no way that was the game plan. If Mac Jones is forced to throw the ball 50 times tonight, we win this game. But if he's only having to throw it 25, 30 times because they're just running the ball right down our throats, that's a recipe for disappointment on Sunday Night Football for your Dolphins. So need to see those things happen. I'm really hoping that Fangio and this defense figure it out. That's the whole key to this entire game. If they do, I love our odds to win this one. And even if they don't, I know Belichick's a good defensive coach, and I know they've got good pieces on that defense. But Tyreek Hill is, at this moment in time, unguardable. And Jalen Waddle is just as fast as him, if not a little slower maybe. And then we've got Mostert. And we've got Berrios, who looked great last week. And River Craycraft is good for a touchdown again. I might have to throw some money on River Craycraft anytime touchdown because when he plays, man, he scores. He just gets open. I love it. But as far as final prediction goes for this game, I said 27-24 Miami last week. Obviously, the offense outpaced that. I do think the Patriots defense is a little bit better. Go ahead and give me Miami 27, New England 21 on Sunday Night Football. Let me know what you guys think about this below, and I'll see you guys in the review video at the beginning of next week. Fins up, baby.